Welcome back to the garage. So for a while now, I've been wanting to go full tryhard and make folded Damascus, like actually beat it out with a hammer, cut it, fold it over. I did that once before in the first video. Click on it here. And it turned out pretty well, really, considering. But a couple of things that would really help would be a forge that is hotter. And I don't want to buy one, so I'm going to be modifying mine. And a heavier hammer. So I was at Princess Auto the other day, also known as like Guy Heaven. And I was getting mid-wire and beef jerky. And I came across this guy here. So this is just like a 4-pound hammer, probably from masonry. But it's got a couple things wrong with it. One, the surface is machined but not flat, it's like stepped, which will leave a funky pattern on anything I hit. So I'm going to be smoothing this out. And I'm also going to be darkening the handle. That's just aesthetic. And I'm gonna add a copper like counterweight here so that it feels a little less front heavy. It's gonna be front heavy, it's a 4-pound hammer, but I just think it'd be a little easier on the wrist if there was a little more weight here. At least we'll see. So let's do that. So I'm gonna start on the belt grinder. I'm gonna clean up these faces. I think what I need to do is I'm gonna have a round side and I'm gonna have a flat side, so that if I want to straighten out something or do planishing, I'll be able to do it with one side, and if I want to really move material, that's what the other side will be for. So we're gonna start at 36 grit, and we're gonna work our way up to probably 120. Okay, so we have the copper spacer cut out and roughly shaped. So it's pretty close to fitting the end of the handle. So now what we have to do is drill 2 holes and countersink them so that the drill bits will be hard to see, or the screws. Then I can install it onto the handle and clean up the perimeter, sandblast it, epoxy it, and that'll be it. So the whole time I was doing this, I was wondering, is this project stupid? But it's actually a lot more comfortable to hold. I'm actually surprised at how effective this was. The weight's better, the texture on the grip is very comfortable. I like the look of it. So all that's left is to make something and see how it turns out. So I'm gonna make a S-hook, because when you make a giant hammer, what you wanna make is something light and delicate.